Hey, I decided that I wanted to do a 500-mile review on the Asics Novablast 3. I know that the 4 is coming out soon, but there's a lot of the 3s on sale, so I thought there might be a lot of people that are still looking for information on the 3 in order to decide whether or not they should get these on sale or take the other ones or wait for the 4s and pay the additional money. Um, so this is my 3, has 500 miles on it. My disclaimer, I bought these myself, but Asics does give a discount for healthcare workers, and so I do get 30% off on these. So thank you, Asics, and I will always acknowledge that. Otherwise, though, nobody's going to see my video because Asics doesn't even know I exist. Um, I did have the Novablast 2. I never tried the V1. I think this is a definite improvement over the 2. Um, that one, the drop felt a lot higher than 8 millimeters. Also, I will say before I start here in describing how it's worn, is that mileage may vary. I am about 130 pounds, and I have kind of a lighter, quicker foot strike. So heavier runners that come down with a lot more force on this shoe may not get the kind of wear that I get off this shoe. But anyways, after that, let's get into it. So the upper quality is great. Um, After 500 miles, all I have is this little tear right here in the back of the heel, which I can't feel at all on the run. And it's only on the right foot. The left foot does not have it. So that is it. Otherwise, it is absolutely pristine after all these miles. Um, it's not, I would consider it super breathable, um, but I never had a problem with it. It's pretty built up. You can see the heel counter is stiff. Lots of padding around the heel collar. The tongue is thin. The V2 had a somewhat more padded tongue. I I guess this one's more breathable. It's kind of similar to what they put on the NIMS 25. I don't love it because it does put a little bit of pressure. I saw on the V4, actually, it looks like they're doing the tongue a lot more like what they've done here on the DV8 Nitro 2, which is more, it's like more of like a neoprene kind of thing. And that is a really nice tongue as far as how it locks over, the laces lock over the foot. Um, the midsole. It is very well cushioned. Um, I don't find it super soft. Some people have described it as being real soft, but again, it could be a different experience depending on how heavy a foot strike you have. I think there's a lot of difference there, and people don't talk about it enough as far as how hard people are coming down and the difference of the experience between a lighter and a heavier runner. Um, Asics lists the stack height at 31 in the heel and 23 in the forefoot, uh, but they were not listing the insole and the outsole on these, just the midsole. So Running Warehouse lists it at 41 and 33, which is basically the same as what is listed on the version 4 that's coming out in December. So I like to get my stack heights from Running Warehouse because at least they're consistent across all brands as far as how they list the stack height. However, let's see. So, like I said, it doesn't feel super soft to me. It's although lots of cushion. I I never felt like my forefoot was bottoming out. I'm a mid to forefoot striker, and I always felt like I had more than enough cushion in the forefoot. Um, the foam over a longer run, it does seem to soften up a little bit, um, which I don't necessarily love because I like it when it feels a little bit firmer. Uh, so that's just something to keep in mind. If you're usually a normal run for me might be like 10 miles, and by mile like 6 or 7, I feel like it's a little bit softer. And some people might like that, but I don't love it. Um, I like it. I like the lighter, quicker feel to it. The outsole, um, you can see there's a decent amount of wear here around where I toe off, but nothing's worn through. And this is after 500 miles. Also the same on the heel, although I don't tend to heel strike unless I'm coming down hills, which I do run kind of a hilly area. But otherwise, the wear is really good. Um, the traction is not the best. And you can see that there was like a light, very minimal traction pattern on this shoe. The version 4 looks like it has a better traction pattern, and they also have the TR, which I know I've seen on sale at Running Warehouse and other places. By the way, I'm not sponsored by Running Warehouse. They don't know I exist either. Um, so yeah, the grip is not the best. I don't like wearing these going over wet surfaces. Um, the ride, how's the ride? It has a decent forefoot rocker. I saw that the rocker is getting sharper on V4, but I still feel it. So when I hit the ground midfoot and then roll through, it feels pretty nice. I'm not a heel striker, so I don't know how it feels coming down on that. Like I said, it does feel like it softens up a little bit in later miles. So what are my likes and dislikes? What do I like? I like them. They are lightweight. They feel light. They're right about 9 ounces for the standard men's size 9. Mine are size 10, and I have not weighed those. It has a decent roll through, so it feels like a pretty natural for my stride. I like the width of the forefoot, so you can even see it here, how it kind of flares out a little bit. It makes it stable on the run. The heel is also decently wide, which makes it somewhat more stable than the V2. My dislike, the outsole grip. The outsole grip is kind of sucks. I mean, because even living in Southern California, a lot of times I'm going out early in the morning, and I see and people have been watering their lawns, and there's water on the sidewalk, and that I try and go around it as much as possible because it feels slippery, which I definitely don't get from the DV8 Nitro. However, they do have a TR version, and I'm told that the grip on the TR version is pretty decent, but it does add about 3/4 of an ounce to the shoe. So whether or not that matters to you is personal preference. Like I said, I am a healthcare worker. I work as a nurse at a hospital, so I always ask myself, would I wear these to work? Yeah, I might. The cushioning is nice. The only problem for me is I should have bought these a half size larger. These are size 10. I should have bought a 10 and a half. Now when I bought the Nimbus, when I bought the DV Nitro 2, I did buy those in a 10.5, and that seems to be a much better fit for me. I just didn't realize it at the time. So if I had a 10.5, I might do that. And will I continue to wear them? I'm going to continue to wear them sparingly, only because they're a little tight in the toes, especially when I'm coming down hills and my foot starts to slide forward a little bit. Would I buy them again? Like I said, V4 is coming out soon with an improved outsole, improved tongue. It sounds like a more breathable upper and a sharper forefoot rocker, which are all things that I like. So I would consider getting V4, although right now I'm kind of leaning towards something slightly firmer and less max cushion for my next shoe. So it probably won't be directly my next shoe, although if you want the cushion and if you want like a very lightweight max cushion shoe, I think it's a really good option. I know the big one that's come out recently is the 1080 V13 from New Balance, but from the reviews that I've seen, it sounds like that one is quite soft, and the Novablast has greater ability to pick up the pace, which for me, that's something that I like to have. So if you liked the video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, you can give it a thumbs down. Thank you for watching, and comment with questions, thoughts, or suggestions. Okay, thanks.